Good evening. I am Patrick Wallace, Red Creek High School principal. It is my absolute honor to welcome you to the Red Creek High School's 120th commencement ceremony, honoring the class of 2024. Before we begin, please note that there are emergency exits in the back and on the sides, and in case of emergency, that's where you egress. At this time, I would like to invite Alexander Griffith to the podium. Alexander has enlisted in the United States Air Force. Tonight, it will be my honor to have Alexander lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Alexander. Please be seated. Thank you. It is truly an honor to stand here before you as a principal of Red Creek High School. I've gotten to know the 2024 graduating class throughout this year. It has been a journey full of learning, of fun, of excitement, of stress, and of sadness. I'm sure you all have experienced each of these feelings this year too, as well as many others. That is part of your personal journey, the journey that carried you to this day of your high school graduation. Some of you started your high school career in kindergarten right here in Red Creek. Some of you came to Red Creek in elementary or middle school, and some may have started at Red Creek during high school. No matter when you came to Red Creek, you all sit here today, having achieved a milestone of high school completion together. You've worked hard, you have taken steps to meet the requirements, and you have earned the right to call yourself a Red Creek High School graduate. That is something that cannot be taken away from you. Be proud of that. Own your success. Boldly move forward. Take action that will make your life better. While this day is about you, you did not get here alone. You can probably identify at least a few people, some who may be in this space today, who have been instrumental in helping you achieve your goals. No one does it alone. There are many people who have been there, behind you and beside you, supporting you in ways you may not even know or be aware of. A teacher who noticed you needed a little more time, a little more motivation, and found a way to make it happen. A friend who stepped aside and let you shine when you were nervous or scared or unsure. A family member who saw talent that you did not recognize in yourself and encouraged you to explore new ideas and activities. Perhaps even a stranger who gave an encouraging nod when seeing you struggle. In this big, big world, it is often the small things that make the biggest impact. They took action and it had an impact on your life. Never forget that. Find ways to be that person for someone else. Find a way to take actions for others. So what comes next is a question that you may have been asked lately, perhaps a lot. In fact, you might be asking it of yourself right now. To those of you who know what comes next, be it college, trade school, travel, or work, congratulations. You have set a course, one with direction, one that will change. To those of you still figuring out what comes next, congratulations. You are still working towards those next steps. Whatever they may be, they too will change. No matter how much you plan, how much time you spend perfecting your plan for the future, it will change. You will make mistakes. You will change your mind. You will work harder than you thought possible. When changes or obstacles happen, you will have to act. The action you take will direct what comes next. You will have to decide what's right for you. And remember, once a ram, always a ram. As you face those challenges and changes in your future, remember the foundation that you have developed here and the support for each of you that is here tonight. The support system will remain available to you through these challenges and changes. We are proud of you and eager to see where your journey takes you. Congratulations. Thank you. At this time, I would like to welcome to the podium the senior honor speaker and this year's class valedictorian, Mr. Patrick Boyle.
Hello, and thank you all for coming to celebrate the class of 2024 at our graduation ceremony. I wasn't really sure how to go about writing this speech, so I decided to write a few drafts and see which one I like the best. Well, after spending hours of my life that I'll never get back, I realized that strategy doesn't work if I don't end up liking any of the drafts. So I was back at square one. Then, after careful consideration, I decided to do what I'm sure most of my classmates would expect their valedictorian to do: research. Using the vast resources of our digital age, I got to work watching old valedictorian speeches and reading up on the qualities of the best ones. I mean, you can find everything on the internet, right? Well, apparently not. After spending several more unrecoverable hours of my life on Reddit pages and outdated YouTube videos, I still hadn't found a speech or a format or even a suggestion that resonated with me. I should point out that something good did come out of that seemingly futile research. It reminded me of a wise piece of advice from Victorian author Charlotte Bronte. I'd like to point out that I am by no means a Bronte sister fanatic, although Wuthering Heights was tolerable. But this quote fits the occasion quite well. Life is so constructed that the event does not, cannot, will not match the expectation. My first attempts at writing this speech failed because I expected to write a magnum opus to be enjoyed by generations to come. I tried to maximize its humor and nostalgia and pathos and wisdom, but none of my attempts could ever reach these expectations. When I researched past speeches, none of them resonated with me because they were too political, or too serious, or too sarcastic, or too cliche, or too emotional. Because the reality is, the perfect valedictorian speech does not, cannot, will not exist. The inability to write a perfect valedictorian speech is surprisingly not that different from our inability to lay perfect plans. While writing this, I tried to improve every little detail in hopes of leaving a perfect impression on my audience. In our everyday lives, we try to plan out every little detail of our future so that it can be perfect. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with planning, because you certainly wouldn't want to hear me come with a speech off the top of my head. My point is that it is impossible to account for every single possibility. In speech writing, it is impossible to know what jokes will land well or what commentary will be best remembered. But a valedictorian speech only lasts 10 minutes and is written in advance. Experts at Harvard suggest that, on average, we are faced with 33,000 to 35,000 decisions every single day, a time frame 144 times the length of the average valedictorian speech. Can any of us honestly say that we can plan ahead for even half of those decisions? While we often associate unpredictability with chaos and negative outcomes, sometimes good can come out of it. Condoleezza Rice reminds us, life is full of surprises and serendipity. Being open to unexpected turns in the road is an important part of success. If you try to plan every little step, you may miss those wonderful twists and turns. Rice is an African-American woman who grew up in a segregated Birmingham. She dreamed of becoming a professional pianist, but after experiences with piano prodigies and an international politics course at college, the trajectory of her life quickly changed, and she went on to become National Security Advisor and Secretary of State. But while looking forward to these wonderful surprises, we should never overlook the value of unexpected negative experiences, as they can be equally enriching. Viktor Frankl, a Jewish psychiatrist and Holocaust survivor, used his experiences in concentration camps that we as people can find meaningfulness in struggles, but we have to remain hopeful. As it is believed that he once said, between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our freedom. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. In other words, we have the power to let hardship make us or break us. I know it is easy to view this type of commentary as non-applicable for the average person, but look at my life. When I first moved to Red Creek, I was as devastated as a second grader could be. I moved between two polar opposite schools. I went from parochial to public, urban to rural. Yet, look at me now. While my move was an initial struggle, the opportunities at the school helped me become the valedictorian and attend Notre Dame. I hope that all of my classmates on the stage next to me will use their future struggles as means for growth. To conclude, I would like to read a traditional Irish blessing for my fellow graduates. It is a traditional farewell poem used to wish people good luck with everything that life may throw their way, and is deeply personal to me, as it is in favor of Pops, my grandfather. May the road rise to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face, the rains fall soft upon your fields, and until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. May God be with you and bless you. May you see your children's children. May you be poor in misfortune, rich in blessings. May you know nothing but happiness from this day forward. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the warm rays of sun fall upon your home. And may the land of a friend always be near. May green be the grass you walk on. May blue be the skies above you. May pure be the joys that surround you. May true be the hearts that love you. Congratulations, class of 2024.
Thank you, Patrick. There are graduates here today who have gone above and beyond academically. We recognize those students tonight with the wearing of special cords and stoles. Students, please stand with your group to be recognized. Students who are wearing white stoles and blue and gold cords are members of the National Honor Society. Students of the National Honor Society, please stand. You may be seated. Students wearing red and gold cords are members of the National Spanish Honor Society, the Red Creek chapter. Please stand. You may be seated. Students who are wearing red, white, and blue cords are members of the New York State Science Honor Society. You may stand. You may be seated. Students wearing pink cords are wearing them in honor of their service in the music department. Please stand. You may be seated. Students wearing blue and gold cords are members of the Business and Marketing Honor Society. Please stand. You may be seated. Congratulations on your membership in these honor societies. We also have students wearing gold, silver, and bronze cords. Students wearing gold cords are summa cum laude with a grade point average of 95 to 100. Please stand. You may be seated. Students wearing silver cords are magna cum laude with a grade point average of 92 to 94.9. Students, please stand. You may be seated. Students wearing bronze cords are cum laude with a grade point average of 90 to 91.9. Please stand. These students have been all denoted and recognized in your programs. Students with these cords, please all stand to be recognized. Everyone stand that has honors cords. You may be seated. We will now recognize several students for their academic achievements. Students, as I read your name, please stand up. I ask that you please hold your applause until every name has been called. In addition to the requirements for a Regents diploma, some students passed a final exam in 3 years in a foreign language or completed a five-unit course sequence in technology, business, or fine arts, and passed the Common Core Algebra 2 exam. These students will be receiving an Advanced Regents Diploma. And the following students, please stand. Patrick Boyle, Noel Brathen, Drew Surratt, Ethan Clark, Tyler Cooper, Julia Dates, Cameron Ike, Kanan Gibbons, Emily Grego, Gwenna Haas, December Hall, Ethan Hanford, Alyssa Perkins, Abigail Sanzada. Advanced Regents Diploma students. You may be seated. The following students have received an Advanced Regents Diploma with honors and mastery in math. Will these students please stand? Patrick Boyle, Noel Brathen, Ethan Hanford. You may be seated. The following students have received an Advanced Regents Diploma with honors and mastery in science. Will these students please stand? Patrick Boyle, Noel Brathen, Gwenna Haas, and Ethan Hanford. You may be seated. The following students have received an Advanced Regents Diploma with a seal of bioliteracy. Will these students please stand? Patrick Boyle, Noel Brathen, Tyler Cooper, Gwenna Haas, and Ethan Hanford. You may be seated. The following students have received an Advanced Regents Diploma with the seal of civic readiness. They actually have medals around their neck saying that they have civic readiness, that they've been awarded that. And the students are, would you please stand, Patrick Boyle, Noel Brathen, Tyler Cooper, Kanan Gibbons, Gwenna Haas, and Ethan Hanford. You may be seated. Next, I would like to acknowledge our top 5 seniors in the class of 2024. When your name is called, please stand and remain standing till all the names are called. Patrick Boyle, Noel Brathen, Gwenna Haas, Ethan Hanford, and Kanan Gibbons. Top 5 seniors. You may be seated. The following students were enrolled in the Wayne Technical Career Center for their junior and senior year. Will these students please stand? Hallie Brown, Ethan Clark, Cameron Ike, Ty Ellis, Aubrey Garner, Emily Grego, Alexander Griffith, Craig Groom, December Hall, Ethan Haskins, Jamie Sharkey, Alyssa Skinner, Charles Stock, and Danielle Wood. You may be seated. The following students have received career and technical endorsements in their programs of study at the Wayne Technical and Career Center. When I call your name, please stand. Ethan Clark, Cameron Ike, Ty Ellis, Aubrey Gardner, Emily Grego, Craig Jr., December Hall, Ethan Haskins, Alyssa Skinner, and Charles Stock. You may be seated. The following members are part of the Wayne Finger Lakes BOCES National Technical Honor Society. Please stand when I call your name. Jamie Sharkey. Aubrey Garner. Thank you. You may be seated. At this time, I would like to introduce Mr. Matthew Van Orman, our Superintendent of Schools, to address the graduates.
Ladies and gentlemen, faculty members, proud parents, and family members, and of course, our graduating class of 2024. I stand before you this evening filled with a profound sense of pride and excitement. This is a monumentous occasion for each and every one of you as we gather here to celebrate the culmination of years of hard work, dedication, and perseverance. I am truly honored to be a part of this remarkable milestone in your lives. First and foremost, let me extend a heartfelt congratulations to the class of 2024. Tonight we recognize not only your academic achievements, but also your personal growth and your resilience and your unwavering commitment to success. Throughout your journey, you have faced many challenges, and you continue to demonstrate time and time again that you possess the strength and determination to overcome these. Your high school years have been filled with unforgettable memories and experiences. From late night study sessions to spirited pep rallies, from athletic victories and artistic performances. I hope you've truly made the most of your time here at Red Creek. These moments have helped shape you not only as students, but as well-rounded individuals ready to take on the challenges of the outside world, outside the walls of Red Creek. It is also important to acknowledge the immense support that you have received along the way. To our faculty and staff, thank you for your dedication and guidance. You have fostered an environment of learning and growth. To our parents, guardians, and family members, thank you for your unwavering love and encouragement, for believing in these graduates even when they may have doubted themselves. Your presence here this evening is a testament to the power of a strong community and the impact it can have on shaping young minds. I have a unique perspective of serving this group of students as their middle school principal, and now I have the honor of addressing the class of 2024 as they walk across the stage as graduates. I have witnessed the immense potential that lies within each one of you. It is impressive to see firsthand your struggles, triumphs, excitement, and growth, both as individuals and as a collective class. Your Red Creek education has equipped you with the knowledge and skills necessary to navigate the challenges of your future. It is my hope you are proud to say you are from Red Creek, and that this school has prepared you for a successful life. Beyond academics, it has been our responsibility to cultivate critical thinking, empathy, and a sense of global citizenship for each one of you. These qualities will enable you to become compassionate leaders who can contribute positively to our society. While you may be leaving the familiar environment, always remember the lessons you've learned within these halls. Cherish the friendships you have made, for they are the bonds that will sustain you through life's challenges. I encourage you to embrace inclusivity, for our differences are what make us stronger. And above all, remember the importance of kindness and empathy in a world that can often be harsh. Tonight we celebrate not just an end, but also a beginning. You have been equipped with the tools to shape your own destiny, to make a difference in the lives of others, and to leave an indelible mark on the world in front of you. Believe in yourselves, for you are capable of achieving greatness. In closing, let me once again express my utmost pride in each and every one of you. I am inspired by your achievements and excited for the possibilities that lie ahead. Congratulations to the class of 2024. May your journey be filled with joy, success, and unwavering commitment to make a difference. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Van Rumen. Please welcome the class of 2024's commencement speaker, Natalie Neal. Natalie graduated as a salutatorian from Red Creek in 2003. In 2007, Natalie graduated cum laude from Union College with a bachelor's degree in biology and a minor in environmental studies. After a few years of traveling and working in the fields of forest ecology research, Natalie pursued a master's degree in soil science at Cornell. For 11 years, Natalie owned and operated a farm and retail market. She currently owns Natalie's Farm Market and Supply in Red Creek and co-owns the dance shop with her sister Vanessa Neal in Red Creek. Natalie is a mom to a wonderfully creative 8-year-old daughter and an aunt to an enthusiastically energetic nephew, both who have grown up in her store, surrounded by her family, who have all worked hard together over the last 11 years. Please take this time to help me welcome Natalie Neal.
Thank you for the introduction, Mr. Wallace, and good evening, everyone. It is a pleasure to be joining you for this momentous occasion. The invitation to speak here tonight came at such a meaningful moment for me, so I want to extend a sincere thank you to the seniors for this opportunity. I would like to begin by sharing with all of you part of the invitation letter I received. The letter read, "Your journey, starting with a simple flower shop on the side of the road, embodies the spirit of perseverance, determination, and resilience that we aspire to cultivate in ourselves." When we say and hear words like perseverance, we all know what that means. Stay the course, never quit, keep moving forward. We know that these are the characteristics we need to be able to reach our goals. But what happens the moment when we find ourselves in a situation when we can't move forward? When we must quit? When we feel the crushing weight of failure? What do we do then? The hard reality is you can't truly embody things like perseverance without having first experienced failure and then learned how to navigate your way out of it. And I'm going to share with you tonight a story about my experiences with some of these tough moments. 21 years ago, I sat on this stage. I remember the endless questions I had endured leading up to this moment. What are you going to do after you graduate? Are you going to college? Where are you going to college? What are you choosing for your career? These innocent questions were asked out of love, but they landed like a 200-pound weight in the pit of my stomach. What was I going to do? I was excited to move on, as all of you are, but I was overwhelmed by uncertainty. How was I going to pay for everything? How would I make new friends? What is everyone else doing? What am I supposed to do? This uncertainty followed me into my sophomore year at Union. I was supposed to be on the path to achieve my dreams, but I had no idea what that path was. Through tears of despair, I poured out my fears to my advisor. I don't know what to do, I cried. I feel lost. Just take time off and figure things out, he said, with a rather unexpected excitement. Quit school? No way. I had a scholarship to college, and by all academic measures of success, I was doing well. Inside, I was terrified. What am I going to do, I thought. At the time, I didn't know which was worse, continue to wander aimlessly through college or admit that I couldn't do it. With no good option, it seemed, I chose to withdraw from college. At 20 years old, I moved back home, lived with my parents, and worked at my high school summer job, the Little Flower Shop in Red Creek. for the first time, I felt like I had failed. Fast forward a number of years, I became a master's student at Cornell. I finally felt like I had a little more direction, but by my second year, I began to struggle. I had been experiencing symptoms of an unknown illness for a number of years. As the illness progressed, I found that I couldn't maintain concentration or complete my work, and I was in constant physical pain. I went from doctor to doctor without any answers until finally, while perfecting my third year of a 2-year program, I received a diagnosis of chronic Lyme disease. What am I going to do now? Unable to keep up with school while undergoing medical treatment, I was forced to withdraw from school once again. At 28 years old, I moved back home to live with my parents. What a loser, I thought about myself. I had the tools to build a successful career, had traveled around the world, and there I found myself again, just stuck. Many years later, I awoke at 3 a.m. to what felt like a fire burning inside me, tossing, turning, sweating, feeling as if a monstrous hand had its grip on my throat. I was on the verge of a panic attack. 6 agonizing months I had spent in this way, each and every day forcing myself out of bed and to my kitchen table where my paperwork had a permanent seat. I made my morning coffee and I mustered up the courage to check my online bank account. Just as I had feared, personal checking, 40 cents. Personal savings, 10 cents. And then the worst of it, business checking, negative $6,000. I had nothing. No money for groceries, let alone any bills that had been stacking up for quite some time. What was I going to do? The anxiety, the shame, the fear all rushed over me until I felt as if I was drowning. My daughter lay sleeping peacefully in the other room. What was I going to do? Though it was difficult, I lovingly readied my daughter for school later that morning and then reluctantly headed to work. Rather mechanically, I went into my office, closed the door, and sat down at my desk. I had really messed things up. Tears suddenly poured down my cheeks as I sat face to face with this monster, this thing that had taken over my life, this loathsome thing that had taken my money, my energy, and every extra free moment that I might have had for enjoyment, my business. The panic was setting in. With my head in my hands, I looked down at my desk. There lay the current issue of the Union College magazine that my mom so lovingly left there for me to see. I opened it, and to my delight, I saw a picture of smiling students in a garden harvesting vegetables to serve at the student cafe. Memories came flashing back into my mind, memories of the years that I returned to Union College after some much-needed time away. Memories of the remarkable personal growth I experienced after my first big moment of failure. I smiled as I thought about those exhilarating years when I began dreaming up and building that garden and cafe with an extraordinary group of students. Wiping the tears from my eyes, I got up from my desk and walked out to the end of the long driveway. I looked down Main Street, and there it sat, the old shed where the little flower shop once stood. I remembered it as it once was, just a shed with a tent and a remarkable group of family and friends. We nurtured that little flower shop day after day, project after project, working instead of vacationing, corralling my restless 3-year-old daughter and nephew so they wouldn't climb on the watermelons. There were countless memories of how we failed and we grew over and over and over again. I turned and looked back at the stretch of buildings where my business now sits. Look what we built, I thought. I then remembered my 28-year-old self, having withdrawn from Cornell, returning home to find out that that little flower shop I had grown to love would not reopen. Almost instantly, with my family's undying support, I decided to buy it and open it up myself. Not because the timing was right, not because it was some grand thing that would make me lots of money, but because for so many years, I had seen the wonderful way that little flower shop made people feel, and I could not bear the thought of my community being without it. And that's it. That was my purpose. I stood there in the driveway, flat broke, but overwhelmed by a feeling of possibility because I finally understood why I had chosen this path. I was in love with the idea of creating something that would have a positive impact on the lives of others. Through all my failures and accomplishments, I had grown and I had found my purpose. At that moment, I knew I would persevere. The tiny seed knew that in order to grow, it needed to be dropped in dirt, covered in darkness, and struggled to reach the light. Sandra Crane. Dear seniors, I want you to take a deep breath and know you don't have to have it all figured out tonight. Go forward with an open heart and open mind to all of life's experiences. Life can be like growing a field full of the most beautiful flowers. It's vibrant, rewarding, and breathtaking. But sometimes you wake up in the morning only to find that you used weed killer instead of fertilizer. It can be full of remorse, disappointment, trauma, and loss. When you find yourself in these moments, I want you to know this. It is okay to cry. It is okay to wallow in that defeat, but only for a short moment. You must then find a way to smile and laugh, because laughter is the sun that drives winter from the human face. Victor Hugo. Humor allows us to step outside ourselves and ask the question, what is it that I have to learn here? And how can I take a step forward, even if it is small? This is how we grow, and this is how we keep moving forward. Always recognize how far you have come. Find your support and lean into them when you need to. Find your purpose. It doesn't have to be grand to be meaningful, but you must find what it is, and it will reveal itself to you simply through experiencing this exciting life. I'll end with one of my favorite quotes from The Gap and the Gain by Dan Sullivan. Success is not measured by how far we go, but by how much we grow. So be safe and enjoy this adventure. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mary. The presentation of the class composite is a tradition at Red Creek. By presenting this composite, the class of 2024 will join the many other classes that are hanging in the hallways of the foyer and the community center. Generations of families are represented in these composites, and the students pictured are the foundations of our community. We are proud to continue this tradition. Caden Gibbons, our senior class president, will present the composite to the graduates and the families. This is the class of 2024. Thank you, Caden. And now I ask the Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Van Orman, and Mrs. Madigan, Red Creek School Board President, to stand. Mrs. Madigan, Mr. Van Orman, on my recommendation as the principal of the Red Creek High School, located in the Red Creek Central School District, I hereby certify that the students receiving diplomas today have fulfilled all the requirements of the Red Creek School District's Board of Education and the State Board of New York Board of Regents. Thank you.
Patrick James Boyle. Noel Brady Stotfin Brothen. Gwenna Louise Haas. Ethan Bayard Hanford. Caden Michael Gibbons. Halen Grace Anthony. Ronald Charles Barnes. Raymond Jonathan Bell. Mackenzie Hannah Brockoff Farmer. Haley Alyssa Brown. Logan James Courteau. Austin Butler. Drew Michael Surratt. Dylan James Chapman. Ethan Charles Clark. Cooper Jeffrey Collins. Tyler Douglas Cooper. Matthew Richard Kreller. Julia Delaney Dates. Dominic Vincenzo DeFelice. Robert Cheston Morton DuBois Jr. Haley Rose Duval. Cameron Jessica Ike. Ty Pete Ellis. Justin Michael DeWitt Farr. Joseph Frausto. River Eden Freer. Aubrey Cyan Garner. Emily Jo Grego. Emmett Thomas Gray. Alexander Martin Griffith. Craig O'Neill Groom Jr. December Ray Hall. Ethan Xavier Haskins. Nathaniel Walter Holmes. Timothy James Hosmer. Michaela Marie Hotchkiss. Colton Brian Jacob James. Isabel Grace Keller. Paige Lynn Kyle. Ariana Marie Lyon. Adam Maxwell Lyons. Mackenzie Ann McAllister. Crystal Esther Mendez. Cyrus Blake Moody. Francis Patrick Naughton III. Juliana Isabella O'Connor. Caden Allen Parmenter. Jacob Lee Rice. Abigail Marie Sanzata. Jamie Lynn Sharkey. Alyssa Lee Skinner. Aiden Howard Smith. Caden Austin Shade Sprague. Charles Leland Stock. Tucker Jeffrey Wiesner. Danielle Paige Wood.
To all stand. With your right hand, take your tassel and move it to the left side of your cap. As Wright High School principal, I now declare you graduates of Wright Creek Central School. Congratulations. Thank you for your contributions that you have made to our high school. Participation in the child's education. Faculty and staff are equally excited to be a part of the past 15 years. Graduates, we can't see what's next for all of you. Congratulations to the class of 2024!